Meanwhile, 12 minutes after the hour, Donald Trump sat down and chose Meet the Press for his first interview. And one of the questions was about retribution. Everyone's so concerned about retribution. But by asking that question, you realize you're saying that he was attacked for no reason. You don't want to punch back, do you? Right. So he said, listen, success will be my best retribution, but watch.
I'm really looking to make our country successful. I'm not looking to go back into the past. I'm looking to make our country successful. Retribution will be through success. If we can make this country successful, that would be my greatest, that would be such a great achievement.
You wrote on Truth Social in 2023 that you're going to appoint a real special prosecutor to go after Joe Biden. Now you're saying you're not going to do that.
I will say this. No, I'm not doing that unless I find something that I think is reasonable. But that's not going to be my decision. That's going to be Pam Bondi's decision and, to a different extent, Kash Patel. Assuming they're both there, and I think they're both going to get approved.
So he's saying, look, I'm not going for it. But if there's something there that's just egregious and they want to go for it, they can go ahead and do it. But that's not going to be his focus. He's got too much to do, especially because just 2 years, got 2 votes. And, you know, I have the advantage of 2 votes right now. Should go up to 5 in the House. So I can't be sitting there focusing on all these investigations. It's not going to be his focus. Well, but don't you like Kash Patel? The more you read about him, he's just so perfect in there to unearth a lot of things have been buried.
Well, I think that also Trey Gowdy, when he highlighted the reason, everybody keeps saying, like, you know, for someone that was a staffer, why do people hate Kash Patel so much on the other side? Well, Trey Gowdy puts it out there. He exposed their entire Russian collusion. That's why they don't want him in there.
He gave the memo to Devin Nunes.
They don't want him to go in there and cover all the rest of the corruption there. And so I like that Donald Trump said in that interview, okay, look, I'm not trying to go for vengeance or anything like this, but if Pam Bondi and Kash Patel find some corruption within the department, they're going to get it out.
So he also said he will not fire the Fed chief, Jerome Powell, and he thinks that Pete Hegseth can get confirmed.
There was a real tide change when it comes to Pete.
There really was.
There was an entire grassroots campaign of people that have known him for years, that have been in the movement, that said, look, call in their senators. And I think the president really put a red line. He's telling senators, listen, I want my nominee. This is not going to be a Matt Gaetz situation, much different. We can't have allegations by unnamed sources win the day.
Yeah, I thought having his mom on was smart,
That was
too.
a big move.
Right. I also think he's a fighter for the fighters.
Yeah.
And he's talking about getting families 5 days of health care on military bases. You know, he's talking about get them the pay increases that they deserve, combat pay in a timely manner. Fixing the VA was always been a passion of his. So I never thought about that. So he's going to let the CEO, this very qualified CEO, do a lot of the management stuff, just like Mattis did. And he's going to focus on the fighters and rules of engagement. And that's a lot for the privates and the corporals and the lieutenants who fight these wars and are asked to be deployed for months at a time. So that's what I think. And you've seen a lot of the ads for Pete, too. It's looking really, really promising. I think that's great.